Would you like some glacial ice for your frozen pina colada? Vietnam pledges to extend human rights by the year 2099, and a woman was convinced to poison her husband's soup by a man pretending to be a soap opera star. These are the weird stories for Tuesday on the Weird AF News Podcast, the only daily weird news podcast in the galaxy. A company in Greenland is going to ship glacier ice so you can put them in your cocktail. It's not like we needed that ice or anything, right? I mean, it's not like it's melting away, so why not just chop it up and ship it to a bar? The article begins by asking this question: frozen daiquiri, anyone? Frozen, like glacier frozen daiquiri, anyone? Now, drinking a cocktail on top of a Dubai skyscraper may seem decadent enough, but this particular Greenland entrepreneur wants to add ancient glacier ice scooped from the fjords to your glass for the ultimate international thrill. Drinking a cocktail featuring glacier ice. Apparently, this is supposed to be a thrill. I mean, if you enjoy speeding up climate change, I guess that's a good time for you. Speed up climate change by getting cocked. How about that? Do your part, guys. Drink some frozen daiquiris. Now, the glaciers won't melt if they're gone. We just take them out of the equation already. Ha-ha, fooled you. It says Arctic Ice Harvests is the company. They ice from the fjords of Greenland. Fjords, I think I'm saying it right. F-J-O-R-D-S. You know, the problem with the F-J-O-R-D-S is the J following the F. That really makes it confusing. I think it's fjords or fords. If it's just fords, can we just remove the J at this point? I like the letter J. Naturally, it's in my name, but it just seems unnecessary in this equation. Okay, so they're going to harvest this glacier ice and then ship the glaciers to the United Arab Emirates to sell to their exclusive rooftop bars. Using glacial ice in drinks is a common practice in Greenland, apparently, and over the years, several entrepreneurs have unsuccessfully attempted to export this ice. Its co-founder, Malik Rasmussen, who said that the ice, which has been compressed over millennia, is completely without bubbles and melts more slowly than the regular ice. It is also purer than the frozen mineral water usually used in Dubai's ice cubes. According to the company's website, they say, quote, Arctic ice is sourced directly from the natural glaciers in the Arctic. The Arctic. I added the sound effects. The glaciers have been frozen in a state for more than 100,000 years. These parts of the ice sheets have not been in contact with any soils or contaminated by pollutants produced by any human activities. This makes Arctic ice the cleanest H2O on Earth. Okay, so they're saying this ice apparently has less contamination, probably tastes better. I can still see a scene where you're like, hey, yeah, bartender. I'm so sorry. There's a woolly mammoth turd in my drink, it seems. I don't know where this came from. I'd like to order a defrosted ancient prehistoric virus and gin, please. That's what I would like. Yeah, look, I've covered a story where they find ancient viruses and bacteria in this ice in the glaciers. I'm not sure you want that in your rum and coke, do you? This startup company was launched in 2022, but only has dispatched its first 20 metric tons of ice fairly recently. It's been hit with a wave of criticism. Oh, so surprising. A wave of criticism? No way. Social media commentators have been unflattering, making comments such as, quote, shouldn't you be worrying about the effect of global warming rather than selling glacier ice? Or, quote, what is this, dystopia? Other reactions and private messages have gone even further about this issue, including such comments which, according to this Rasmussen guy who started the company, have, quote, verged on death threats. Yeah, because you're pissing off climate change people, and they will send you a death threat. They will show up at the docks and lay down in front of your ship so you can't get to Dubai with all of your glacial ice. This guy doesn't see the problem at all. He's arguing that this ice is environmentally friendly and has a social value. A social value for who? Egocentric people sipping on rooftops in Dubai? Do we really need to placate these idiots? The guy says this ice is purer and difficult to spot in the water as it's completely transparent and known locally as black ice. It says, once they've found a suitable piece of this black ice, they pick it up with a crane. They placed it in a blue plastic crate. Plastic! Until the boat is full. Then they sail the ice back to a place called Nuuk, where they fill up a refrigerated shipping container with the crates. The container is transported to Denmark by the Icelandic Shipping Company. In Denmark, it is loaded onto another ship that takes it all the way to Dubai. So, sounds like there's a lot of oil being used to move this ice around. Again, what are we doing here, guys? Well, thank God I switched to paper straws to offset all of this, so I feel fine. This is going to end up being totally fine. And you guys should switch to paper straws as well, so we can balance all of this planet contamination out. Rasmussen says, in Greenland, we make all our money from fish and from tourism, so for a long time I've wanted to find something else that we can profit from here. All right, good for you. It's okay, guys, because he's doing it for profit, right? So that makes it all right. He's surely going to get into heaven. I'm not sure which is dumber, this or shipping water from Fiji all across the world so we can stick it in a plastic bottle and drink it. But maybe you want to weigh in on this. Call the show 646-450-2012. I, for one, am going to find a great use for this black ice, I tell you, because I've been looking for a very pure ice for my bong. So what's more OG than doing bong rips out of a water bong that's filled with this glacial ice? Hit me. Vietnam pledges human rights reform by the year 2099. Oh, how ambitious. No need to rush. Those pesky freedoms can be such a nuisance. We're going to reform by 2099, they're saying. Vietnam has reportedly given itself 76 years to implement human rights reforms, a commitment that is being questioned by some activists. Yeah, no kidding. Of course it's being questioned. 76 years. Come on now. Hanoi submitted a list of 8 commitments. Ooh, they're going with 8 human rights commitments to be reached by December 31st, 2099. No doubt they'll be partying like it's 2099. Could write a new song about this. Where's Prince when you need him? So they've submitted this list of commitments to the United Nations Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights last month for the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Vietnam has faced frequent criticism over its human rights record, with Freedom House handing it a score of 19 out of 100 in the 2023 edition of its Freedom in the World report. Some of the dealings in Vietnam were cited by this Freedom report. Capital punishment for crimes other than murder, torture, discrimination against minorities, rampant human trafficking. These are among the issues that were cited. Don't worry, guys. In 76 years, though, they're going to do it. Human rights, 2099, or your money back. Among Vietnam's pledges were those related to strengthening the rule of law, economic, cultural, social, civil, and political rights, sustainable development, poverty, and inequality reduction. We will reduce inequality. Good job. We make a very stern pledge that in 76 years we will reduce inequality. We pledge not to oppress your great-grandchildren all that much. That's what we're doing. Good job. Hey, a round of applause for Vietnam. Way to step it up. Now, it says here, other than war-torn Myanmar, Vietnam has the worst human rights record in all of Southeast Asia, with the most political prisoners, a massive crackdown on environmental and other NGOs, most expansive use of the death penalty, and laws that make a mockery of civil and political rights. It's all right, though, guys. The 2099 Reform Party has just been born, so it's going to be fine. They're going to deliver human rights later. Much, much later. You'll probably be dead when you get these rights. We have a quote from Vietnam's state-sponsored National Defense Journal. It's sponsored by the state, so you know it's in line with the thinkings of the citizens. They say, respecting and ensuring human rights are the consistent viewpoint and policy of our party and our state, which have been prescribed in the Constitution and laws of Vietnam over time, over a lot of time. Not yet, but somewhere down the pipeline. I'm honestly, I'm inspired by this type of long-term planning. In fact, I've decided to quit drinking in 2052, so you guys can hold me to that. Want to create a podcast? Spotify's platform lets you easily make, record, distribute a podcast everywhere, even earn money, all in one place and for free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters. Record and edit on your phone or computer, send it to Spotify and everywhere podcasts are heard. They even have video podcasting options as well. Spotify for Podcasters allows you to earn money with ads and subscriptions too. Best of all, it's free. Try it. Download Spotify for Podcasters or go to spotify.com/podcasters to get started. And good luck with your podcast. Good luck with your life, man. Yay! A Massachusetts woman is charged with trying to poison her husband's soup at the request of a scammer who posed as a soap opera star that she wanted to have sex with. There's a lot in this title, guys. Let's try and unravel this. It's a story out of my home state, Massachusetts. I'm not proud. A 64-year-old Massachusetts lady has been charged with attempted murder of her 73-year-old husband after meeting a man that she met online who pretended to be a soap opera star and convinced her to serve her husband a poisoned soup so that he could then have sex with her. We've all been there, right, guys? You've been there, right? I poisoned my roommate's pasta fajoule because a woman pretended to be one of the Golden Girls and she showed an interest in me. So this happens, guys. I'm saying feel some empathy for this woman. She wanted to sleep with a soap opera star, all right? Have you seen those soap opera stars? They have what are called jaw lines, yeah? Have you seen Tom Brady's dimply chin? Yeah, well, that just goes without saying on those soap opera stars. They all got them. Her name's Roxanne Doucette. Roxanne believed she had been speaking to the dashing daytime soap opera star named Thorsten Kaye of the show The Bold and the Beautiful during a series of text exchanges. So sad. She actually believed she was talking to the soap opera star. You really think a soap opera star is going to text message a 64-year-old lady in Massachusetts? People are so misled. It's so sad. During one of their text conversations, the reported scammer said to her, quote, "You have got to get rid of your husband, honey. I miss you so much." I tried to deliver his line as though a soap opera star would be delivering it. They're so dramatic. "You've got to get rid of your husband, honey. I miss you so much. Do you happen to be good at cooking soup? What about bisque? If you love him much, you'll make him an amazing soup special potion. Just call it life insurance bisque." Life insurance bisque. I came up with that, guys. Doucette Roxanne, the Massachusetts lady, she gave her husband Paul the poison soup, but hours later, he became so violently ill, she called 911 on her own, where he was rushed to the medical center. The couple's daughter, Nicole Heath, who went to the hospital to see her ailing father, grew suspicious by her mother's actions after reviewing her phone and the text messages from the soap opera star. It was there when she told police she suspected her mother had poisoned her father and took a series of screenshots to share with the police. You suspected? Yeah, the text messages spell it out. Just poison his soup. That'll be all. Then I'll show up and we can make out on the veranda. Wow. Oh, there's a photo of the guy. He is hot. Oh, man. I would poison my ramen. Give it to my lover just to sleep with this man. Look at him. He does have a dimply chin. I knew it. I don't even know who this guy is, but yeah, he's handsome. Yeah, he's got Fabio vibes. Look at that hair. Ooh, long golden hair. Not golden. He's got brown hair, but oh man, it's long. It's luxurious. Oh, there's a shot of the text messages. He did say, "You have to get rid of your husband, honey. I need you so much." Oh my God. Then she wrote, "Hubby got back not feeling well. Maybe I can collect life insurance," she wrote. Wow, this is so sad. What happens to the elderly? They're so easily convinced into doing these crazy things. I think these elderly people need to stay off certain websites. They get pulled into conspiracy theories so easily for some reason. Like, yeah, I gotta unplug my Wi-Fi every night so that those Canadian hackers don't steal my IRA. Come on. Okay. Now we have Doucette, the lady. She disputes the claims. when she was interviewed by the news in the doorway of her home. No, you can't let the news interview you in your doorway. You're going to slip up. She said that the soup was old. It wasn't poison. She didn't want to poison her husband. She said, quote, "I've never, ever tried to poison him in any way whatsoever. I love him very, very much. I would never try to kill anyone." She also spoke of how she missed her husband and said, "I just want him to come home. I just want him to come home." All right, I'll tell you right now, if I'm the husband, I'm not coming home until she agrees never to watch soap operas. Those men are just too hot for her to handle. Also, the Aquaman movies are off the table as well because that guy's gorgeous. Who knows what she'll do for his abs. Court documents revealed a very nefarious text message exchange that took place between Doucette and the soap opera star. It said, quote, "Making an amazing soup, special potion. He will be hungry when he gets back. Just enough for him." Oh my God. Oh no. Special soup, special potion, just for him. After serving him the soup, she wrote, "Hubby got back, not feeling well. Maybe I can collect life insurance." And then the soap opera guy writes back, "Honey, when will that be?" She wrote, "Don't know." Weren't you suspicious that this guy wanted the health, like he needed the health insurance money? You know, soap opera stars are pretty wealthy people. Did you not think, oh, he seems to want money too much? He should be supporting you if he's a legit soap opera star. Anyways, I mean, we could go off and off on this, but clearly this is just a sad case, and she needs to undergo a mental health evaluation for sure. It says here, although the husband's toxicology test came back negative, Doucette was still required to stay 100 yards from her husband and have no contact with him. She will undergo a mental health evaluation, wear a GPS monitor, and is only permitted to leave her home for medical appointments as this case is being investigated. Well, at least she gets to stay home and watch her stories. I just want to watch my stories. There's a lot of sexy men on my stories. I watch them every day.
There's a big difference between talking and reporting, especially right now with a fire hose worth of news coming your way. You know what helps? Having reporters in the field. I'm Brad Milkey from ABC News, and that's what we've got on ABC's daily podcast, Start Here. Every morning, Start Here takes you across the country and around the world for a quick, smart look at the stories that matter. It's fast, it's straightforward, and sometimes, gasp, news can even be fun. So let's meet up tomorrow morning. Listen to Start Here wherever you get your podcasts. Yay!
Well, hello, my friends and loyal listeners of the Weird AF News podcast. Thank you for spending some time with me. I appreciate all the messages I've gotten the last few days asking about my health. I'm feeling much better today. And we're trending up now. Apparently, taking Dayquil all day and NyQuil all night can get you somewhere. I don't know where that is, but definitely you'll feel like you're in a different universe. That was pretty cool. Very potent dose. Reminded me of the time I took ayahuasca. So apparently you don't have to go all the way to South America and into the Amazon jungle to transport yourself to another universe. You could just take Dayquil all day and NyQuil all night, and it might get you there, guys. For cheap, too, on the cheap. You know, you can save on those flights. I want to give a shout out to Judd. Judd is a fan of Weird AF News. Judd is such a fan. Judd took the time to give me a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, and I'm so appreciative. Judd wrote, Jonesy, I'm so happy you exist. You're such a... And then it says ... I don't know. I'm missing out here. Maybe if I click on it, it'll give me more. No, I can't click on it. You're such a ... I'm just going to fill that in myself with my fantasy. Jonesy, I'm so happy you exist. You're such a ... hilarious guy. Thank you, Judd. Judd wrote, I am laughing my head off over the joke about the drug joke with the name Judd, because that's my name. I'm 12 years old, but I still love your show. Good luck with your life, man. Isn't that sweet? 12 years old, likes Weird AF News. I never thought I would be listened to and enjoyed by 12-year-old people's 12-year-old entities. But no, I'm very flattered. I didn't think this humor was any good for the kids. Sometimes sometimes it can be a little crass, the podcast. I admit I don't go over the top with the swearing, and I try to keep it relatively clean. I don't try to get too vulgar or dirty. Some of the stories though, they get a little bit there, and it's not from me. It's just from reading some of the stories. They just go to those places, and I try and keep them tame for the kids. But in general, I don't think I'm a kid show. But so when I do hear from kids that like the show, I'm very flattered and surprised. So thank you, Judd, and I'm super flattered and grateful that you took the time to write a review. That was just awesome. Thank you so much, Judd. So shout out to Judd wherever Judd might be, and I hope you'll keep listening into adulthood if I last that long. If I'm still doing this when Judd is 22. Would you say that that's a failure or a success in my life? I don't know. I think it could go either way. Anyways, I appreciate the reviews, guys. It means a lot because the good reviews, because I get so many bad reviews. So it feels really good to get a positive review. I appreciate that very, very much. You can leave reviews on Apple Podcasts, also known as iTunes, and Amazon as well. Any other places? I'm really not sure. On Spotify, you can just give it stars, I think. So just give it 5 stars if you could. That doesn't take very long either. It just takes a second to do that. That would be supremely helpful. Appreciate that. If you would like to support the show, you can buy Jonesy a coffee or join the Patreon off my website, weirdafnews.com. You can just click on the coffee cup icon. It's yellow. Or the Patreon icon, the Patreon banner as well. Or you can go to patreon.com/weirdafnews. Or download the Patreon app on your smartphone. Just do a search for Weird AF News. Pretty easy to find. All right, that's about enough of an outro. I'm just letting you guys all know I'm feeling pretty good. I'm sure by tomorrow I'll feel even better. So we're back on track. And got some shows this weekend in the Hollywood area. If you're in the area, please reach out to me. funnyjones@gmail.com or on my Instagram @funnyjones as well. Call the shows also. Call and leave a message. I'll publish some phone calls in the next couple of days. If you call the show, leave me a little message. Try and keep it clean. And good luck with your life, man.